A letter? Who the hell sends a letter?
Emil Lank sends a letter.
Frank, I thought you said this was your gig. You didn't say anything about Emil. You should have said something, Frank.
I'm saying something now. If I'd said something ahead of time, would you have come?
Okay, Emil. Right, he's put a couple of dollars in our pockets over the years, but the guy's just...
Emil Lank. Ese hijo de la chingada.
What's this kid know about Emil?
Bedtime stories, Frank. Bedtime stories. Frank, don't worry. No trade secrets. Just a few amusing anecdotes about our venerable benefactor.
Amusing? Why don't you ask Ed Maximiso just how amusing Emil Lank can be?
Ed Maximiso.
Ed Maximiso, mayor of Neptune Beach. He was working as the courtesy guy at the Ponte Vedra Country Club. He was putting together this sweet deal, and Emil muscled his way in on it. Emil goes down to Florida to pick up his cut. Eddie's nervous as hell, so he gets loaded. As they're leaving the club, Eddie sees this gorgeous blonde in the parking lot leaning up against a limo. He proceeds to tell Emil just what he'd do to this butter blonde, how he'd rip her up with that Frankenstein dick of his. What he doesn't realize is that the young thing in question is Emil's daughter, the apple of his evil eye. What's her name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Anyway, by the time Eddie realizes his mistake, Emil's got his hand cannon out and he shoots Ed right in the balls, blows his dick clean off, castrates the dumb fucker right there in the parking lot in broad daylight. And he and Rebecca, they step into the limo and they drive off, calm as you please, like he'd swatted a fly. But it gets worse. Eddie doesn't bleed out. Some valet calls the paramedics and they keep the poor sap from dying. After 6 months of surgeries and psychotherapy, Eddie's back on the green, working on his game, trying to keep his mind off the fact that he's going to be pissing into a Ziploc for the rest of his life. Emil hears that Eddie's knocking him down on the 19th. But he ain't about to be bested by this miracle the human will survive. So he has the poor guy's thumbs cut off. He's a scary son of a bitch.